Okay, so we're gonna have everybody muted. If you have any questions that arise, please type them in the chat box. Gail and Kim are on with us. They're our product program specialists, so some of you may have met them during cookie wrap-ups. They've been with us now since March 16th, I think, and doing a great job. So we will make sure to be following up with you when you see emails from Gail and Kim. That's them. I am planning on going out on maternity leave in the next few weeks. We don't know yet when, but Gail and Kim will be your primary contact folks at Girl Scouts to help you with all things, you know, related. So we'll make sure you have all of their contact information. New this year, we have, we're still with Ashton Farms. So we have Todd Wingen with us, and he's going to go over our Ashton Farms. That's our candy and nut vendor. And then we also have Doug with us, who is our M2 vendor. So some of you know, for the past many years, we've been with QSP, and they have gotten out of the Girl Scout business. So the vendor handling our magazines and our platform, which you're gonna see tonight, is called M2 Media, and the platform's M2OS. So Doug's gonna get into that in a little bit. So any questions that you might have, feel free to type in the chat box. We'll do our best to answer them tonight, but if we hit a long time, you know, we are going to send out an FAQ to you with all the questions posed between tonight and Monday. So welcome to the Fall Product Program training. We're super excited to have everybody here. I know we're still in this weird COVID world, COVID bubble, so it's kind of nice to get back to some familiarity, and we'll be talking about the ways that your troops and girls can still participate in this, you know, unknown COVID world tonight. Slide. Okay, so first and foremost, before we jump in, we just want to thank you. We appreciate your time, your energy, your efforts. Our product programs at Girl Scouts is very successful because of volunteers like you. There's no way my team of 3 people and volunteer supports team of 5 could manage supporting the amount of girls, the thousands of girls that we do through product program sales. So, you know, we really appreciate the time you give us and the help you give us in training your troops and being that point person. You know, in addition, you help girls learn and develop skills that last a lifetime. So we're really excited. You'll learn a little bit more about these avatars. Lately, I'm kind of bummed that, although I'm happy to be having a baby, I'm sad that I'm missing out on year 1 of a new program. So I'm really jealous that you guys are all going to experience this without me. Before we get in, you know, we just, with everything that is crazy and going on with schools and Girl Scouts, you know, we just want to remind you of the why for girls, you know, what girls learn from product program participating, the 5 financial literacy skills. Our entrepreneurial pillar is one of the 4 major pillars with Girl Scouts, and, you know, we're the premier leadership organization, you know, in the world. So, you know, girls and troops who take time to focus on those skills, they learn lifelong financial literacy skills that are going to carry them, you know, through adulthood. You know, goal setting, money management, ethics. So, you know, the girls have definitely take their experience in participating in the fall sale and cookie sale, and they take it with them, you know, all the way into being productive adult citizens. You know, and, you know, we're just something to think about is, what's your why? You know, obviously you're here today because you want to support your service unit, you want to support the girls in your town and your community. That's why I started, and that's why I continued volunteering past the troop level. I believed in the mission, and I wanted to continue to support my town and my girls. So, you know, we really appreciate all of that time and effort and energy that you give, and just know that you are making an impact on the girls in your community. And as you can see, Bravely Be You is our theme this year. And I am going to turn it over to Todd, who is going to start talking just really quickly about our theme, the sloth. I promise you the stuffed animal version is a lot cuter than this guy, but then he's going to go into a little bit about Ashton Farms and the candy that the girls can sell, the candy and nuts, and then we'll go into M2.
Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you all for being on tonight for the kickoff of this year's fall program. Yes, the three-toed sloth. I'm very happy to introduce this year's theme animal, which has been found living on the coast of Panama, and its habitat is threatened, and that kind of makes the adorable sloth, and the girls are going to love the sloth, no doubt about it. Very interesting and lots of great information for them to learn. The sloths can swim even with three toes, so very, very cool and very interesting there. They are an endangered animal with fewer than 100 found in the coast of Panama, eating primarily the leaves of the red mangroves there. And now continuing on with some information about Ashton Farms, as Rebecca said, your vendor for your nuts and chocolates. Ashton's been a long time approved and licensed vendor for GSUSA, coming up on 25 years, all about quality and a high-tech facility. But also with everything that's going on this year, I wanted to point out some of the certifications for safe food handling in production and packaging, as well as in our distribution facilities. As you can see here, we pride ourselves in those certifications. And during the pandemic, Ashton's been very busy with supplying other large accounts such as Costco, CVS, and Walgreens. Taking a quick look back at 2019, your online girl delivered sales went crazy, increasing by 162%, which is amazing. Really great results, but also important this year with all that we're going through. The girls and your customers have obviously bought in to the idea of buying the products online and supporting girls and troops that way. Overall, your nut and chocolate sales increased over 14%, also an excellent result. Top selling item was peanut butter bears, followed by the holiday tin with the chocolate covered pretzels and the dulce de leche owls. The top selling online item was the thank you nut, or the donation item, last year, which was introduced, which is interesting. Total girl participation was lower last year. However, the per girl average was way up. So 15% increase there really highlighted the overall success of your program in 2019. Here's a quick FYI on your top sellers, the top 10 nationally for Girl Scouts on the left side of the screen, and here for your Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey, your top 10. Your top 3, as I'd mentioned, followed by the whole cashews with sea salt, and then the cranberry nut crunch, and you can see the rest. And this is your actual in-person nut order card for this year. 15 products, highlighted with some beautiful images here. Great pricing, great variety, excellent quality and value. All the items are really perfectly timed for holiday gift giving. And here we also show your troop proceeds, which are very attractive for troops to be able to earn proceeds and funds through the participation in the program of 15% of all sales. New this year, older girls, cadets and above, can opt out of receiving rewards and receive higher proceeds. So it jumps from 15 to 18. Those girls would still receive the patches, however, they would waive or opt out of rewards. You asked for it, you got it. The Care to Share donation option is briefly where customers can make $6 donations toward nuts that will be donated in support of the Community Food Bank of New Jersey in Egg Harbor. Troops and girls receive credit for these sales, and there's a special Care to Share patch for 5 of these orders that girls receive with their other rewards. A big part of the overall goal, the troop effort is goal setting. We'd always encourage, and when you're talking and training your troops about participation, encourage the troops to collectively set a goal with the girls on what they'd like to do with their funds that they earn and receive from participating. And there is a chart that's been produced by M2 that will be hosted on the council site, and it adds as a tool there for the girls along with the troop leader and volunteer to set the goal.
Yeah, and I just want to add, if you go to our council site and click on the cookies tab, there's a special tab for fall program. We have put all of the resources there. It's on our fall team app as well, but if you do go to our website, you'll see the goal chart, all of the guides, anything you may need to print or see. The only thing that is not there is the actual order card, but we can get you extra order cards if you need them.
And the swimming sloth is there. So the burning question, what's new? What are the new items for this year? We have a new Girl Scout tin, and this year features the Brownie uniform tin from the 1986 season for Girl Scouts. It's loaded with the mint treasures, or the individually wrapped mint chocolates, and sold for $10. You may oh, there's the actual thing. Good, Rebecca. Last year, you may remember, we had the junior uniform tin featured in the first of this series. So now we have the Brownie uniform. The holiday tin this year, which is always one of your top sellers, is the Winter Chickadee holiday tin, loaded with the chocolate covered pretzels, and it's available for $9. A couple of additional new items this year to your lineup. Peanut butter pretzel mix is in a stand-up resealable bag and will be offered for $7. This has cashews and peanuts, as well as peanut butter M&Ms and peanut butter cups, mini cups, and some little mini pretzels too, to make a very nice mix and a good value. The other item that's been brought into the in-person nut card offering is butter toasted peanuts. It's in a pop-top can, and this is a really nicely roasted can of nuts with a sweet, buttery, kind of a crunchy coating. Very, very, very tasty. And these two items take the place of the barbecue mix and the dark pretzels in the bag. So the different options that customers have in ways to support girls and troops in person that we've talked about would be with the girl in-person order card, and the two online options are girl delivered and direct ship to the customer. This slide gives some details about the online girl delivered option. Customers can pay online with a credit card and don't pay for shipping with this option. So the girls send out an email offer, and Doug's going to get into all the ins and outs of the M2 operating system and how that works. But the potential customers receive an email, and they can go to the online options for nuts or online options for magazines. With regard to the online girl delivered, it's the same products that are available on the physical nut in-person order card. The orders are placed online, and as I say, paid with a credit card. They will automatically transfer into the system and into all the appropriate reports. These products will be shipped with the girls' in-person orders and products in the middle of November and be delivered by the girl to the customers. No need to collect money for these orders, and there are no other additional fees for online girl delivered sales. And the other online option for girls and troops and for customers to order is direct shipped. This is where the customers order from the girls' online store via the email, and they can here choose from an expanded list of products. So it's all the items that are on the nut card, and then some additional Girl Scout labeled products and some online exclusives. Customer pays with a credit or debit card. Here, the customer is going to need to be willing to pay for the shipping, because instead of the girl delivering it, out to the customer, they will receive it directly to their home or business. And that should happen within about 1 week to 10 days. And of course, girls and troops get credit for all of these sales that are placed. This is an example of the online shipping chart. There are two ways the customers can order, standard and express. The rates are similar to last year. As a matter of fact, the standard rates are the same as what we've had in the past. The 2-day or the express has gone up a little bit, but the customer will have the clear option to decide in the M2 operating system if standard is okay, or if they need to ship express, depending on the the temperature and so forth of the chocolate, mainly, that would need to be shipped uh, through the carrier. Here is an example of some of the items that are available online. You've got some products that are not on the girl order card, as mentioned, and some higher end Girl Scout and gift tins that are available for customers to order. In addition to the chocolate covered pretzels in the holiday tin, two other products, and these are just some added notables on the direct shipped options for customers. The deluxe pecan clusters are now available in the holiday tin, and caramel treasures are an individually wrapped chocolate similar to the mint. 22 of the items of the total 35 that are available are gluten-free. And the allergens and nutritionals are available at the site that's listed on the nut card, and also will be found online for girls and troop volunteers and customers to verify or check on what information they need before placing an order. As far as your nut and candy delivery, it will happen in mid-November, and you, as the service unit coordinator and manager, will receive all the products for your troops. It will be to the piece, so there's no rounding up to full cases, either at the service unit or at the troop level, but be careful to carefully count and sign the report when the delivery agent brings the product to you. It can be to your home or to a public destination that you may have arranged for. There'll be a delivery ticket for you to sign for each of the exact amounts of the products. We will be using the same delivery agent, Secure, as in the past, and they will be, of course, practicing safety protocols such as PPE, and distancing and handling of the product will be based on what the circumstances around that time of the year, as they are hopefully improving as we go. Communicate with your troop fall product managers about where and when to pick up the product, and then hopefully preset and be ready to distribute the products efficiently using the reports available through the M2 operating system.
And just to chime in on this, you know, we have been in touch with Secure to discuss possible Plan B options should we find ourselves in a funky COVID place again. You know, we do have a few options available, whether it's maybe like a delivery site per county, or something like a mega drop with cookies, where the troop, instead of the items coming to your house, the troop may just go to the truck. Or to a service center. So, you know, we will be monitoring the situation. My team and Angela and Doug will be monitoring what it looks like, and decisions will be made. We'll obviously reach out to you. And, you know, Seeker also said they could do a combination. So say one area of our council is totally okay with things, you know, we do have that in mind. So don't panic thinking that if things are unfortunately really bad again in November, you're stuck getting candies to your house. So just know that we will be monitoring that very seriously, and we will work with you and communicate with you to make decisions should we need to do a separate type of delivery than what you're used to having. I just want to, I know you're pretty much at the end, Doug. I just want to answer a few questions. Yeah, unfortunately, the reason that you guys didn't get all your samples this year is because we know, in New Jersey, there's still no in-person meetings allowed. We know troops are, service units are meeting virtually, and we're just taking the safetiness of sharing open canisters very seriously. So the decision has been made for all councils to not have individual samples set. I do have little mini peanut butter trail mix and mint treasures that we have as thank yous for you guys, like little individual packs. So Gail and Kim will kind of arrange to at least get you something like that as a sample. But unfortunately, hopefully next year it'll be back to normal. It's just a decision that has been made this year because of COVID. I know we all love the samples. I'm telling you, that's why I've done this since 2004. Let's see. So, and it's the same thing with the online rewards. Usually you would get, the in-person, you would get the stuffed animal, but it's kind of just very similar. We're just taking the safety of passing things around very seriously. Somebody had asked if the new products, the buffalo, the butter toasted nuts and the peanut butter trail mix are online and on the order card, so you can order them both ways. Todd, can we still get the buffalo pretzels, or are they completely gone?
You can still get those online.
Okay, so any buffalo pretzel fans, we can still get online.
Yes.
Somebody had asked, why are some products only available online versus being on the order card? I think quickly we can just say, we try to keep the order card as concise as possible. We have 16 items and we do a lot of market research. So for me specifically, I love the salsa mix and the hot Cajun mix. That is just not a popular seller on the East Coast. So based on market research, it's just for us, we look at the order card every year, and items that don't sell really well on the order card but sell really well online, we try to switch them out. And that's why we added the butter toasted nuts this year, because they were in the top 10 of our online sales, but we didn't have it on the order card. So we don't want to have a big catalog, and we kind of look at what's really popular for our region. That's about correct, right, Todd?
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Okay. And so this year, you can accept credit cards for online or girl delivered orders. So basically, you said similar to the cookie program, where customers could pay via credit card when the girls went door to door. So, obviously due to COVID, we're not highly recommending girls go door to door. If you feel comfortable going beyond your friends and family, going to your neighbors, that is quite okay. That is up to the comfort level of the parents. But if they did go, say they went next door to their neighbor and the neighbor only had a credit card, the girl would input it as a girl delivered item, and then she can accept a credit card that way. So Todd, Doug is going to get into a little bit more on how M2 works, the system works. But yes, that you would be able to accept a credit card from a friends or family type of sale. Delivery dates, I believe, are November 14th through 17th, and I will confirm with Doug and Todd. I believe this year you put in your preference in the M2OS system. Previously, we sent a form to you all, but I will confirm if that's the new way. So then you would kind of put your selections in directly into the system, but we'll definitely have more details on that. But it is between November 14th and 17th. Louisa, are we allowing girls to go door to door? Again, it's not going to be a council blanket decision unless we find ourselves in a strict stay-at-home order or quarantine type of situation. It really is going to be up to the comfort level of the parents of the troops. This has always been a primarily friends and family sale. We don't ask that girls are out and about hitting the pavement, hitting the streets. If they feel comfortable going to their neighbors, that's one thing. But based on CDC recommendations, our governor, you know, we'll go from there if it's something that as a council we have to say no to. Much prefer home delivery. You know, exactly. Everybody, all the delivery staff will have masks, gloves, etc. But, you know, we want to have the option just in case, you know, we're in a situation where you feel not comfortable having your items come to your garage or your home. So just keep that in mind. We don't want you to feel that if we're in a sticky situation, that's our only option. So, are dark chocolate peppermint pretzels still available online? Todd?
Yes, they are.
They are. Okay, so you can still get your dark chocolate peppermint pretzels. So I'll get into some more online resources, but what we're doing is there's two things. We do have an online rally guide. It's also an activities guide that we'll be putting out there, similar to the Girl Scout Journey of a Girl Scout cookie form, so that any girl troop who does it will receive a free rally patch. So it's really up to the service unit. There will be a guide. If the service unit would like to do an online rally and still get the free patch, we will have that available. We just won't have, we don't have rewards or samples to give out. So I'll definitely be sharing that with everybody. We're just finalizing the request form for patches. But unfortunately, we don't have the samples this year. Survey on delivery options. Yes, we will definitely be reaching out to you as it gets closer, probably early October, mid-October, looking at the situation and helping decide if you want home delivery or not. So, you know, we're just kind of taking it as it goes to see what the situation is come October. Okay, I know we had a question, don't know about cookie sales. We hope more troops will decide to participate in fall product sales to make up some losses. Exactly, it's a great program. We heard a lot of feedback about older troops wanting more, you know, more money and less stuff. So we have never done an older girl opt-out, which we're doing this year, super exciting. We have over 700 troops who participate and do a really good job and make a lot of money. Our top seller the past few years has a nut allergy, and she doesn't let that stop her. So it is a really great underappreciated program, and we're hoping, you know, again, it's friends and family. You can do everything completely online if you want to, and it's a great way to bring some money in. So let's see. Yes, we're going to share the slides. Again, we'll share the presentation and the slides, but basically the older girl opt-out is for cadets, seniors, and ambassadors, same as cookies. And instead of 15% proceeds, they will get 18% proceeds off their total sales. They won't receive any items, but they will receive any patches that they've qualified for. And we'll have a look at the patches next. Okay, there you go, Todd.
Okay, quickly on the rewards and patches. This is a really good spot to see the rewards and the levels that girls need to attain to receive an item is on the nut and candy order card, and they're featured there in color, so every girl will be able to see what the different levels are, how she can get to the patch levels, how she can get to the awards, and what the choices may be at each of those levels. Two bonuses this year to really highlight: the top 10 sellers will be invited to an elite entrepreneur club. So that's going to be an exciting kind of expansion there. And then also there's a giant sloth that will be part of a drawing that will take place for all girls that have sent 15 or more emails and have at least $200 in sales. And that's a special drawing that will happen on the 4th of November.
And that is the cutest 4-foot sloth I've ever seen. My dog was a little freaked out with it sitting on the couch, but it was very, very cute. So I think the girls are going to love it.
And on this next flap, it features the personalized patch, the avatars, Rebecca said, and Doug's going to share all the excitement and energy around that new opportunity for girls, and also the cookie crossover patch. And on the right side of this panel, you see how the patches that the girls can earn and receive fit together in a nice set, encouraging them to collect them all into a nice set. So then you've got your dates and some safety suggestions as well, and that takes care of the rewards and patches. And I think now we may be a little bit over, but I should now hand it over to Doug. Rebecca, right?
Yeah, so basically
Okay.
just to kind of bump in with the opt-out is, again, all of these patches down here, any patch criteria that these girls may have earned, if they opt out for extra rewards, they will still get their patches. So we don't want them to lose out on patches, but they just won't get any of these like items. So Doug, thank you so much, Todd. We absolutely appreciate it. Doug is going to jump in. He's our M2 vendor, and he's going to get in on the actual system that is taking over. You guys are used to Nutty and the Unify system, so that is no more, and we are going to come in with a really cool system. So Doug, whenever you're ready, you should be able to share your screen. Just let me know if you're having any issues or if I have to stop sharing mine.
Well, go ahead and Rebecca, leave this screen up real quick, and then what I'll do is I'll take you all online for a special presentation to show you the live experience of what the girls are going to do. But first of all, I want to thank everybody, all of you for attending, and Rebecca for inviting me, and for Todd for your great presentation, and also being a great partner of ours, along with the partner of Girl Scouts Central and Southern New Jersey. We enjoy working with you. We're looking forward to a great partnership and helping you have a even more successful fall product program than even before, because hopefully of the M2OS. That is a system that we created 8 years ago. This will be our 8th season, and as you see on the screen, the avatar is our signature feature. It is when we put this system together 8 years ago, what we intended to do was to replicate the girl and her in-person sales. And we thought, you know what, with online becoming so important these days, and the girl being able to utilize the online sale, how are we going to still have that connection between the customer and the girl? And so we created the idea of the avatar, where the girl can create an avatar that looks just like herself and actually sound like herself too. So the customers that get emails generated out of the system as a result of the girl putting in email addresses will be able to relate to the girl that is sending that email. And when Rebecca went over a little bit of the why earlier in the program, last year we started talking about the why. And one of the questions that I asked everybody was, why do you think people buy from Girl Scouts? And we had lots of great answers. And I'll tell you, despite all the great answers, the girl was motivated. The girl was polite. The girl, I wanted to help her reach her goal. She told me she was going somewhere fun, and the troop was going to be doing something great with the money. The number one answer that came was the girl was cute. Believe it or not, the service unit volunteers that raised their hand and told us all the different answers, out of all the councils we work with, that was the number one answer. So that is another reason that this avatar is going to be very successful at Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey, and in this program. So what I'd like to do is give you a little bit more experience with this. If I can successfully share my screen, or my, let me see, how do I do this again? I want to get to the, apologize, how do I do that? Give me a little second. I got to minimize my screen, I think, somehow here.
Just let me know if I need to stop sharing mine.
I think you have to. Yeah, I think maybe. Let's see if that works.
Okay, I did that. See if you see the screen share button on the bottom.
I see it.
There you go.
And what we're going to do is go to this. We're going to share there and right there. So can you see the home landing page? Fantastic. Yep. So this is going to be the actual landing page that all the parents and the girls will land on when they type in the URL that will be presented to them. The URL is gsnutsandmags.com/gs CSNJ. I had to think quickly on that one. Basically, GSCSNJ on the end of the gsnutsandmags.com. And all of you volunteers, what's going to happen is that is the same URL that you are going to put in when you log in for your system. I'm not going to go right now into the volunteer side of it, but I do want to point out on this home screen that this volunteer button is where you are going to start and you're going to manage your role. Once you are in there, I want to take a look at this green bar because I kind of describe that as a wall. Once you're in the system as a volunteer, you can toggle back and forth between your roles if you are also a troop leader. And you can log in as a service unit volunteer or a troop leader and then just toggle back and forth once you're in there. However, in order to get over to the parent and the girl side, you got to come back out and go around that wall, if you will, and register or log in as a girl/parent in order to manage the Girl Scout side of it. The reason we do that is because once you're in there as a volunteer and the girls are at home, we don't want them to be able to access sensitive data about the other girls in the program or about the volunteers or anything like that. So we ask the volunteers to log back out, but log back in as a parent. The great news is that no matter which login button you use, you can still use the same email address and the same password. We have set up the site so you don't have to worry about 2 different email addresses for your username or 2 different passwords. So a little bit more, one quick thing, a nice feature up here is when you hit the view in Espanol, our site translates immediately over to Spanish. In case there are any Spanish-speaking families in your service units, you can make sure that they can be able to utilize the online site in Spanish as well. And simply with one click of the button, you're back to English. So what I wanted to do was I want to quickly as possible, show you how the girls and the parents are going to register. When they click the register button, now this is a test site, just so you know, so I'm going to pretend that this is your site, but your site is being created still, and we are in test mode here with this presentation. So once you put in the zip code, so the girl, the parent, will put in the zip code of where they live, and all the zip codes associated with the footprint of Girl Scouts of Central and Southern New Jersey are loaded into the system, and our system will recognize that the girl is at the right place. If she's not, we will simply put up a pop-up screen saying, it looks like you might be in the wrong place. Please call our 1-800 number to find the right council URL. But we put in the right zip code, so we're able to register as a parent. What we're going to do is pretend we're a parent right now, and we are going to put in our email address, and we are going to verify that email address over here, and then we're going to create a password. And then we're going to verify that we've read the GSUSA Internet Safety Pledge and click register. And hopefully I've done everything right, and our system is going to let us in. As you see across the top of the screen here, there are 5 steps to the registration process.
Thank you for participating in the Girl Scout product program. As you move through this activity, follow the prompts to create a personalized site where friends and family can shop online to help you reach your goal. Enter your troop number and search for your name. If you go by a nickname, you may also enter that. You will want to move on to...
Now, I'm not going to play that whole video, but that is a welcome video that will help anybody learn how to go through this registration process. It's very easy, so let me show you how it works. Step number 1 is go ahead and enter your troop number. Now, there are families that may be registering and that don't know what their troop number is. That sometimes happens. And if it does, they can click on, I don't know, or see my troop number. And that's okay, because if they do that, it will not slow them down in the registration process. Council will see those girls that click those, and they'll quickly move them, research them and move them directly into the right troop in the back side of the system. Then after they put in their troop number, they will start typing their last name, and all the girls uploaded in the system, their name will show up as they start to type. Now, of course, because we're in test mode here, I'm not going to see my last name come up, so our system will say, well, please type in your name. So I will put in my first name, my last name, and once the girls do select their name, by the way, the name that is uploaded in the system will not be able to be altered. However, they are able to go ahead and enter a nickname. A name that they know that their friends and family are going to know them by, recognize them by. And all the correspondence will reflect that nickname as well. Third step to this page is simply by selecting, what does Girl Scouting mean to you? I can make the world a better place. In the system, we have preloaded what the goal is. In this test mode, we put a goal for 4 magazines and 30 nut and chocolate items. Now, your goal is going to be a little bit different. I believe it's total sales, but that will show up right here, and they can actually alter it. So if they are a little bit more ambitious than what the council goal is, they can go ahead and edit that goal as such and move forward with one final question. What does your Girl Scout team plan to do with the money earned from this product program? I always like to say, travel to the White House to tour travel to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House, because I live right over the line over in Delaware, and my sister-in-law at the University of Denver roomed with the girl that managed all the White House tours for the Obama administration for all 8 years. And I was able to, with a simple text message, get as many girls, as many friends on the list, just like that, as long as I provided all the social security numbers of everybody and get to the head of the line. So I was able to take a lot of girls down to the Washington, D.C. to tour the White House when President Obama was residing there. The reason we asked those 3 questions is because that goes ahead and creates a paragraph that'll show up on the girl's storefront. The reason we want to do that is because we want to compel customers to make a choice to support that girl. And we believe that customers will be more apt to support a girl if they know, first of all, what her passion is, what her goal is, and what they plan to do with the money that that customer is going to help generate. So we create a paragraph that says, being in Girl Scouts, I can make the world a better place. We do fun activities and help the community while learning important skills that will help us forever. I'm trying to sell 6 magazines and 80 nuts and chocolates to help the Girl Scouts and so that our troop can travel to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House. Will you please help by shopping an online site? After we've created those 3 little questions and verified the information we've put in is correct, we're going to go on to what I believe is the most fun part of this entire process, and that is creating our avatar. The avatar has, we have so many features in here that there are over 3 billion different avatars that can be created. The first thing we ask them to do is pick the skin tone that most likely reflects their skin tone. And then we ask them to find the hairstyle. Go ahead and create a hairstyle that reflects yours. And we want to make sure that every girl that comes to the system can be able to create an avatar. So we have put in all the features that we believe most girls or 100% of the girls will have. So we'll just pick our hairstyle and we will pick our hair color. And GSUSA has encouraged us to go ahead and put some highlights in there because some of the girls put some highlights of their own in their own hair. And so right now we have 2 colors showing on here. I believe there will be more colors added to the color palette by the time the program launches here at the beginning of October. And then you go ahead and form your facial features and then your eye color, different eye colors, the regular eye colors, the blue, the green, and the brown. And then facial features. The smiles, the noses, we have freckles, we have braces, we have freckles with braces. And because, we're in COVID, we also have the face mask. So now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to settle on the face mask, and I'll show you why in a second. But the body type, we have different body types in the wheelchair. We have a couple different body shapes. I believe there will be more of those coming this year as well because we've had requests for different body shapes and all the different uniforms that you can put on your Girl Scout, including even the GSUSA t-shirt that is sold in the council store. Shorts, skinny shorts, skirt, pants, and shoes. Believe it or not, 8 years ago when this was created, the gentleman that created this kind of consulted with his 9-year-old niece who was a Girl Scout on Long Island, and Kira was her name. And as they were done creating this, he asked Kira to take a tour through this. And she got to this part and she says, Uncle Mike, I love the avatar, but 2 pairs of shoes, really? And those were the 2 pairs of shoes. Well, Kira, what would you like to see? And so since we have added lots and lots of different pairs of shoes, because we know that the girls associate and distinguish themselves by the shoes that they wear in many, many cases. So we've tried to put a lot of different shoes in there. You saw the sloth slippers right there. In the past, we've used the bunny, so we've had bunny slippers and moose slippers and rhino slippers. So lots of different things that are available for on the shoe size of things. And lastly, after you go ahead and you make your avatar look like, oh, I'm sorry, there's actually some accessories too. So glasses on top of the head, tiara with glasses, bow with glasses, and so forth and so on. Well, I like the avatar or the aviators. So not only can you make the avatar look like yourself, but a couple years ago we added the feature where you can make it sound like yourself. And adding your voice, by the way, statistically has increased sales for the girls that have added their voice to their avatar by 50%. So if girls want to have a 50% increase, all they need to do is go ahead and record their voice. Look how simple this is. You simply hit the record button, allow us to access your microphone, and there's a sample script here. When you're ready to practice, you practice a sample script. When you're ready to record, all you have to do is press the record button. I love being in Girl Scouts. We get to do so many fun things like camping, canoeing, and rock climbing. We make friends for life and help other people and animals too. Would you please help us earn the money we need by shopping online? After you've recorded it, you can go ahead and close that out and you can see what your avatar looks like talking. Just press the record button. I love being in Girl Scouts. We get to do so many fun things like camping, canoeing, and rock climbing. We make friends for life and help other people and animals too. So you see how great that is. Now, after you've recorded it and it sounds great, you can keep recording until you get it perfect, but you can move on to the next step, which is the third step in this process. In reality, we've only spent maybe a few minutes on doing this, and then we're going to go over to the personalized part of it, where, oops, we earned a digital reward. What we do is we put digital rewards in place for things that are going to help increase sales. Creating your avatar is one of those things will help increase sales. If you add a selfie, if you upload a video, you'll earn more digital rewards because we know that the more you personalize your site, the more success you'll have with the people who are getting the emails and feeling more and more compelled to go ahead and support you because of the creativity that you've put into creating your own website. But we also let you know that, you know what, you've created an avatar that looks like yourself and sounds like yourself. Now, how would you like to have a patch with that avatar on it? And so we have created the patch. And then what we do is we put the criteria specific to your council above the patch. So we wet their whistle and we say, oh, this is all I have to do to earn this patch. In almost all the cases, it's simply put in 15 emails into the system and then meet a financial goal. After we've gone ahead and personalized our site even more, then we're going to go to one of the other important steps, and that is putting in the email addresses. Now, we have two different ways you can put in the email addresses. You can simply go ahead and click on the icon associated with your mailing system, your email system in your computer. And when you do that, all the email addresses in your computer will show up on the screen. And when they do, you have the choice, oops, sorry about that. You just simply use the system to go ahead and log in, and then all the email addresses in your computer will show up right here on the screen. If you want to, you can click one button and all the email addresses are simply put into our system for you, or you can go ahead and select or deselect any of the email addresses and then add those to the system. I won't do that right now because it's 676 contacts, but just to show you how easy that was. Otherwise, you can go ahead and you can type in email addresses one by one until you reach your goal of, in this case, 15 email addresses. I can launch my program even though I've only put one email address in there. Our system will encourage you to keep putting in more, but you can go ahead and launch your program, and then our system will once again stop you and say, hey, you've put in one email address, but if you enter 15 or more emails, you know you'll receive more rewards. But I'm going to proceed anyway. And now my program is launched, and our system is creating an email. I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. That is going to be sent out to the email addresses you put. We provide another option for you to go ahead and take advantage of social media. With one click of the button, you can simply click share my online store on Facebook. I always encourage the girls to share their online store on the parents' Facebook page. Why? Because last year, 27% of all of our sales came from the links that were put up on Facebook. That's a huge amount of sales. So if girls want a 27% boost in their sales, we encourage them to share their online store on their parents' Facebook page, where more of their friends and family will see that. They can type something in specifically, and then simply hit post and it'll show up on Facebook. I won't do that right now either, but I will cancel out of that and get us back to the page where we can go ahead and create our own patch. So even though our program has launched, we do ask you to go ahead and create your patch, and we give you the tools to do that. One, you can put your first name at the top of the patch, you can put your nickname at the top, or you can use your initials on the patch. And then you can pick your background. You can have the girl sitting on a hammock with the sloth hanging in the tree behind her, or you can have the girl in the kayak with the sloth swimming behind her. Of course, she's in a life jacket. After we go ahead and create the patch and make it look exactly like we like it, we go ahead and lock it in and simply put our mailing address, because when that girl earns the patch in our system, it'll be mailed directly to her address. And this image gives the customer, the girl or the parent, an idea of what the patch will look like when it comes in their mailbox and what to look for, and so they don't throw it out accidentally. Which, by the way, if anybody does have an issue receiving their patch because they accidentally threw it out and they don't remember getting it, they simply call our customer service department. We verify that they did earn a patch. We tell them when the patch was mailed out to them, and if it was a long time ago, we will go ahead and regenerate that patch, no questions asked, for them. We simply confirm that everything is correct, and that goes ahead and completes the process. Now, when the girl logs back in at any time throughout the sale after she's launched her campaign, she's going to land, and look at that, I earned a social media award. She's going to land on her campaign headquarters or her dashboard, and that looks just like this. Just so you know, this is where the girl will manage her campaign. One of the things she can do, she can change her photo, she can see the progress on all of her sales that she's done. The parents can add another Girl Scout. Maybe there's another daughter in another troop or in the same troop. If it's twin or if it's a younger daughter or an older daughter, she can go ahead and add one and toggle back and forth after she's logged in right here. She can visit her magazine storefront, her nut storefront. She will be asked to enter all of her paper orders into the site right here. When she clicks on enter paper orders, she can simply type in how many paper orders she has at the time she's entering it in and update that. Now, if she goes out and has a banner first weekend and sells 24 items then, and then she goes out sometime during the next week and she wants to update that, all she does is click manage orders, and the manage paper orders screen will come right back up. And she can update how many honey roasted peanuts she sold. If she sold 9 originally and now she's sold a total of 15, she'll just update her totals and put that into the system. And just like that, a few clicks of the button, update it, and it will all be reflected on her storefront. So right now, we just sold 46 nut and chocolate items, and we are looking like we're getting closer to our goal. She can go ahead and view the emails that she put into the system. Our system provides a legend that shows you what has happened to every single email address that you put into our system. In this case, it matches this, so it's in queue for sending out. Once it turns to bright yellow, that will say that the email has been sent out. When it turns to green, it's been opened. And when it turns to blue, it says that somebody already purchased something from that email address. Now, if they have a red bar or a red triangle, it'll say that email address did not work. It kept bouncing back to us. So that provides the opportunity for them to go ahead and type in the correct email address and simply hit resend. And at any time throughout the program, they can simply hit add contacts and put more email addresses into the system. So if they launched a campaign with only one email address, but they want to earn that patch or they want to qualify for other things, they can go ahead and increase that to 15. What else can you do from your campaign headquarters? You can go ahead and see all these sales reports. Now you, service unit volunteers, the troop leaders, you are all going to have a reports link on your dashboard. And basically, you will have some of the same reports that they have and even more. But what they can see is they can see all of their sales. They can see their magazine sales. They can see who bought direct ship nuts. They can see the orders that they have placed online, just like we just did right there from our nut order card. They can see campaign stats, and they can see the online nuts girl delivered items right there. They can, any one of our reports that we provide, whether it be to you or to the girls or parents, They can print the report, they can download the report to a PDF or an Excel file, or once the report is up on their screen, they can simply type in an email address, click email, and that report will be automatically emailed out of our system to the desired recipient. Few other things as I return to the campaign headquarters page. And if they want to increase their sales a little bit more, we have business cards. Look at this. When you simply click on the business cards, a personalized, customized business card for the girl will show up with a headshot of her avatar and a code for her online store. What I always recommend is when they're walking around selling those yummy Ashton nuts and chocolates, after the customer has bought something and they say, thank you very much for supporting me by buying some nuts and chocolates, if you have any magazines that you currently are receiving at home, or you would like to buy some new magazines, will you please take my business card and follow steps 1 and 2 and purchase any more magazines that you want or want to renew through my online store, and that's going to help me reach my goal even faster. So the girls can print these out, they can cut them up and walk around with a stack of business cards that are going to help generate extra sales as well. And then they can manage all of their physical rewards. This will be the place that all the physical rewards, even though it's on the back of the nut order card, this is where the physical rewards will all be calculated and managed. So we're going to have a scrolling banner here with the most popular rewards in your program. And then we're going to show all the different rewards down here that they will be able to earn by level. And if there's a choice to make, there'll be a radio button where they'll be able to make that choice or select something like their shirt size. Once they've earned a reward, it will show earned across the front of it. And everything will be going ahead and residing in there. So if there is a choice to make, the girls earn that reward level, but they hasn't made the choice, our system is going to do the work, and they're going to keep reminding that girl on a weekly basis, you earned a reward, but we really need you to make that decision on which reward you like out of that reward level. And we'll keep doing that to make everybody's life easier. Lastly, what I want to show you out of the campaign headquarters, I want to show you the avatar room. This is where those digital rewards reside, and all the question marks are different digital rewards. When you click on them, it'll tell you all you need to do to earn this digital reward. Share on social media, sell 1 or more nut and chocolate items, and so forth and so on. This is upload a photo of yourself. So the more things that they do that we know will help increase their sales production, they'll earn more digital rewards. And a really fun thing, you see this troop photo, girls, we are told, like to come to this room mainly to look at the troop photo. They will be able to see a group photo of all the avatars created by their, I think it's producing this. There it is. It's generating that there. So they'll be able to see a group photo of all the girls in their troop and the avatars that they created. And even more importantly, we're told by the girls, they like to see that their volunteers, that their troop leaders have created an avatar and what those look like as well. So that is a really fun thing that they like to take advantage of as well. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen because that is the end of the Real Girl experience. And I do have a little bit of time left, Rebecca. A little bit?
Yeah, so I'm going to switch back to the PowerPoint, and then you just let me know when to move. We did get one question that I haven't been able to answer. It's, are customers with existing magazine subscriptions that aren't due for renewal still able to set up their next subscription renewal to benefit the Girl Troop?
Yes, absolutely. How that works is at any time, even if you just bought Good Housekeeping today and you want to renew it tomorrow, you can go ahead and renew that subscription that you just bought today. And what will happen is the one that you put into our system tomorrow will start at the end of the one you just bought today, as long as you have the same address and you have relatively the same name. If your name is Elizabeth Smith and you put in Liz Smith at the same address, the fulfillment company, the publisher, will be able to match those two up and make sure that your subscription you just bought will come out the end of it.
Awesome. So I think we're caught up. I'm going to start you here. The other slides were just the girl screenshots, and then you just tell me when to move.
Thank you very much for going ahead and moving us forward on that. So not only can you get a personalized patch from the fall, where simply you put in the 15 emails and you sell a certain amount of product, but you will also be able to get a personalized patch for the during the cookie season, and that is called our cookie crossover patch. This will be our 4th year that we've created this and utilized this cookie crossover patch as our way to partner with the council to help boost sales in the cookie program. How this works is because they've already created their avatar, we simply set the criteria in the fall to be 15 emails. Now, why is that? Because 15 emails has told us that that is really a magic number. Any more than that doesn't seem to help out, and any less of that definitely doesn't do as well as 15 emails. The online PGA that we experienced last year was $180. What that means is that every single girl that went into the system, created their avatar, and put 15 or more emails into the system generated an average of $180 in sales, in addition to all of her nut order card sales. So we know what the system can do as long as they participate. So we want to make the criteria very easy for them to be able to earn this patch, which is simply entering 15 or more email addresses and launching her online campaign. Then, in order to actually earn the patch, we will send out an email after the fall program to the girl with a picture of her patch or her avatar on a crossover patch and say, congratulations, you've already qualified to earn this patch. In order to finally earn it in the upcoming cookie season, all you need to do is sell $225 in packages of cookies during the upcoming cookie program. You can go ahead and switch that. There we go. Okay, so we've talked about putting the email addresses into the system. You saw exactly how easy that was. Now, this is an email that our system generates that sends out to all those email addresses. We customize it by the name of the customer that the girl provided to us, and we put her avatar so that potential customer will be able to, again, in this non-in-person setting, be able to still relate back to the girl that is sending the email to them. And we talk about why they're doing the fall program and how they can help out, and that 50% of their purchase will go to benefit the Girl Scouts. In the email on the left, we also provide a link. It says, click here if you'd like to hear a special message from my avatar. And when they click there, the picture on the window on the right pops up, and they simply hit the play button and listen to the avatar and the message in the girl's actual voice, just like I recorded it where you were able to see. You can go ahead and switch. When the customer goes ahead and clicks on the magazine storefront or the nuts and chocolate storefront, these are what the 2 different storefronts look like. And the headshot of the avatar shows up right there in the front and center, along with a progress bar. Now, this is where I always strongly encourage the service units, to encourage the troops, to encourage the girls to go ahead and monitor their goal, because a little selling technique is if you have already reached your goal, you are less likely to get somebody to support you. So monitor your goal, and as you get closer to that 100%, go back into your headquarters dashboard and change your goal, which is very easy to do with 2 clicks of the button. Manage my details, change my goal, make it a little bit higher so that the bar on your progress goes back down closer to 0%, and that's going to help encourage more adults to support you. When they click on when they start, yep, that's right, go ahead. When they click on starting to shop on the nut and chocolate storefront, we stop the process and we pop up this screen because, first of all, we need to know if they would like the items that they're about to buy to be girl delivered directly to their home, or if they prefer the convenience of having the items come shipped directly to them by the FedEx, and they don't mind paying for shipping. So depending on the choice that they make on how the items will ultimately be delivered to their house will depend, as Todd had said, on the items that are going to show up on the storefront. Girl delivered will be the 16 items plus the care to share, and the where they pay for the shipping themselves, it'll be all 35 items that Todd had mentioned. Go ahead. And we did talk about entering in-person nut and chocolate orders online, so we can go ahead and go past this one. And we talked about reporting a little bit on the girls' side of things. In a little bit, I'll show you the reports link on your dashboard. But this is a screenshot from the girls' portal, so you can go ahead. All right, so you're all wondering, well, how do I get in the system? This is super cool. I want to do my own avatar. I want to get my own volunteer patch with my own avatar on it. You can do that. And this is how it's going to go. So first of all, we have built a avatar builder for adults too. And that has the features that adults have, you know, whether it be a beard or whether it be jeans or whether it be high heels and different things like that, or shirts with Girl Scout emblem on them. That is where the avatar builder is for you. So to the next slide, what's going to happen is about a week before the program starts. Now the program starts on October 1st. So about a week before that, you're going to receive this email, and that is going to be addressed directly to you from our system, and it's going to have your username in there that you'll be using to get into our system. But it'll have a link there, and all you need to do is click on the link to get started. And when you click on that link, the first thing it's going to do is, next slide. The first thing it's going to do is, for you, it's going to ask you to go ahead and create your avatar. For the troops, it's going to ask them to watch a mandatory troop training video. This troop training video is about 7 minutes long and goes through every single link on the troop dashboard. The links on the troop dashboard are very similar, if not identical, to what's going to be on your dashboard as well. Now, you are not required to watch the troop training video, but a link on your dashboard saying troop training video will be available to you and to the troop leaders. So they can click on that anytime, and you can click on that anytime to watch that and to learn what all the different links are, how to utilize them, where do I manage my finances? Where do I add another girl? How do I manage rewards? Where are my reports? All of those are simple little links right on your dashboard, and the troop training video will be able to help take you and the troop leaders through that. Once the troop leaders have watched it for the first time, they don't have to watch it again, but it will simply be a link that they can refer to at any time after the first time that they were forced to watch it. The next thing that it's going to do is it's going to ask you to activate what is called it's a really cool feature in our system that we built that has generated tons of sales for the troops. It is called the Parent and Guardian Email Blast. When you click on the parent and when you activate the Parent and Guardian Email Blast, emails that are already in our system of all the parents associated with the girls in the troops will automatically leave our system on October 1st. Or if they activate that on October 1st or thereafter, it'll automatically send those emails out on the day that they activate that. But if they activate it before October 1st, the emails will depart our system on October 1st, going to the parents, reminding them that, hey, listen, your girls have been already presented with the fall product program, and you too can help them get started by clicking on the link in there and creating the avatar, sending out emails, and launching their online campaign. Troops that activate their parent guardian email blast have generated 100% more sales than the troops who haven't done it. So I strongly encourage you to encourage the troop leaders to activate their parent guardian email blast if possible. This is the troop campaign. This is the troop dashboard. Now the graph has just changed. Just a couple days ago, the graph is looking a little bit different, where it's going to be a bar graph, but everything else is basically the same. We're going to measure how many avatars, in your case, were created for your service unit, how many emails were sent through your service unit, how many photos have been uploaded, and how many videos have been uploaded. The troops will be able to manage all those same metrics in their by the girls in their troop. And then the links down there at the bottom where you can send messages, you can see the troop training video, manage banking and payments, see reports, and all the different things, including manage rewards, personalized patches, paper order entry, are available as well. Messaging. We have a really neat feature in here I wanted to point out really quickly to you, that when you click on the messaging link on your dashboard, this page opens up and it allows you to send messages directly to through our system to the troops. So you can send a blanket message to all of your troop leaders, or you can go ahead and segment out who you want to send messages to by simply clicking and as choosing one of the different types. So maybe you want to send a message to only those troop leaders who have not yet logged in, encouraging them to log in and create their campaign and get their troops to participate. Or maybe you want to send a thank you to all the troop leaders who have logged in and are already having their troops participate. So you can go ahead and see all those different choices that are available. When you select what kind of message you want to send, you'll notice that we actually create sample text for you. And if you like what we wrote, you can simply cut and paste it and put it in the body here and click send, and it'll go out to your troop leaders. The troop leaders can send announcements through their messaging system to the girls and parents. Again, a general announcement. Maybe they want to send a message only to those who have registered but not launched their program. Maybe they want to send a thank you to all those that have registered and launched the program. All those different choices are available, where if you want to send a message to just one simple group of people, you don't have to send it to 100% of all your troop leaders, just like the troop leaders don't have to send it to 100% of their girls if they're only trying to reach out to a few. Excellent. And once again, we've talked about entering nut order cards. It is very easy to do that. And the troop training video will go over this in detail for you, but I'll tell you what, it is super easy. So if you are in charge of entering any final nut order cards, when you click on Manage Paper Orders, this page will open up, and you simply will click on the troop that you want to enter a nut order card for, and then click on the girl, and that will be able to, that will bring up her that page where you can enter the nut order card for her. You hit update and you are all done. It is that simple. Next. All the girl rewards. Like I said, you'll have a link. The troop leaders will have a link, and the girls will have a link about all the rewards. They'll be able to see what they've earned. They'll be able to see if there's any choices that need to be made. You'll be able to see if there's any girls, any troops that have girls who still need to make a reward choice of any kind, and you'll be able to help the troop leaders manage all of that with just a couple clicks of the button. It is very easy to see. And again, that troop training video will go ahead and describe all of this to you in more detail.
And Doug, the troop leader will opt out in their troop dashboard if they're going to opt out for the older girl proceeds, correct?
That's correct. So the group leaders have the option to opt out, and there's certain criteria that needs to be followed in order for the troop leader to opt out, or for that troop to opt out of rewards. Keep in mind that if they click the opt out button, they will not be able to undo it if they change their mind. They will have to call council, and council will have to call us, and our tech team will have to go back in and make that change and take them back out of opting out. The troop banking and payments tab is, again, or the link in the in your dashboard. That will be able to show you all the monies that have been earned, whether it be in your service unit, whether it be in the troop leader's troop. And all the money that's been earned, what's been collected, what is owed to them, or what is owed back to the council. So all of that information, again, lots of different reports or just reports that show up on the screen that are downloadable, emailable, and up to date in real time. Again, reports upon reports upon reports. That's okay. Yep, service unit dashboard, like I said, it looks almost identical to the troop. You have a few less links because there's a few less things for you to have to manage. Troop leader has a few extra things that they need to do, and so some of the links that are available to the troop leader aren't available to you because you don't need them. But you'll be able to send messages, manage troop user, or manage troop admin users, see delivery tickets. Now, the delivery ticket link will not show up on anybody's dashboard, let me tell you, until the council has already submitted their nut order. Once the nut order has been submitted, then and only then will the delivery tickets link show up, because we don't want any delivery tickets out there that may be inaccurate. So we wait until the nut order has been submitted, and then we display that delivery ticket link for you. Go ahead. And again, this is the delivery tickets. The troop training video will tell you more about it. However, I want to get you excited about it because you can do delivery tickets by delivery site. You can do it by product. You can do it by rewards. You can do it with financials, without financials, all sorts of different ways. However, the girls' delivery tickets, it will break out what is girl delivered, what was purchased online girl delivered, and what was purchased through the nut order card, so they know exactly what to deliver and what to collect money for. Now, another fun piece for you is the volunteer patch. So first of all, as a gift from M2 Media, we would like to thank you and recognize you for all of your efforts and all that you do to encourage the troops to participate in this program and to support them throughout the program by helping them in any type of way that you can. And so therefore, after you log into the system and you create your avatar, you will also create your patch the same way that I showed you. And then once you register your very first dollar in sales from your service unit, your patch will automatically go into production and be mailed directly to your home. Now, the troop leaders can also earn a patch once they create their avatar, provide their mailing address. Then they reach $750 in total troop sales, which is still under last year's troop average. They too will be able to earn a volunteer patch with their avatar on. So we're excited to share that with you. Hope you enjoy it and hope you build a really, really awesome avatar that resembles you. So what's next? All we ask is, first of all, try to retain as much of this as possible. But if you don't worry about it, because Rebecca is recording this for you and anybody else that wasn't able to make it. And also you have that backup of the troop training video. Even though it says troop training video, I promise you it'll come in very handy because it'll tell you everything that you need to know about every link on your dashboard. Again, look for the email to be coming in your email box on September 21st so you can get started and then encourage all of the troop leaders to go ahead and activate their parent guardian email blast as well. And emphasize the simplicity. I hope you believe, and from this demonstration, and I know I was talking very fast and I didn't cover every little thing, but I covered 99% of it. And hopefully you understand that this is very simple. And we ask you to emphasize that to your troop leaders. Remind them that all the money is collected online and that's automatically added into the system for the girls. Now, Rebecca, do you want to take over this part? Do you want to talk about the important dates or? Okay. Well, before I leave, well, I'll come back and talk about customer service right after this.
Yeah, I just, you know, we had a couple questions in the chat room. So if a girl, I believe M2OS is mobile ready, correct, Doug? It's not an app they need to download, but if say they go, you know, their grandma comes over and wants to place an order but use a credit card, they would log into their M2OS site, put it in as a girl delivered so that they can take the credit card information.
So they are not able to log into their girls headquarters and pull anything up on that dashboard that I showed you at the end there where you could do the business cards and things like that. But yes, the customer will be able to, on any device, whether it be the phone, the tablet, the desktop, the laptop, they will be able to log into the gsnutsandmags.com or to the girls' storefront from their device, and it is all mobile responsive. So any feature on there is able to be accessed, whether it be the phone or the desktop version or anything in between.
Okay. So do they need the actual email link to place that girl delivered order, or can they go in from the girl if like grandma's over the girl's house?
They do need either the link that is generated from the site. When the girl puts in the email address, they either need the link that is in that email, or they can follow the directions like what's on the business card. Go to this URL and put in the girl's store code. Yep.
Okay, perfect. That was just one question. Also, you know, somebody had asked about if a troop wants to, you know, they're not sure they want to participate, but they don't want to get any candies. If they want to completely do it online, they can absolutely do that. They just need to have that discussion with their parents and tell them that we're only taking online orders. So the customer would get the link, pay online, pay for shipping, and there would be no money collected whatsoever. So we do have troops that do that, and what happens is they would then be owed a refund. So since they're not collecting any money, the credit cards are being processed, they would then just be owed their troop proceeds back, and then we would process a refund into their troop banking account via ACH in late November, early December. So troops can absolutely participate 100% online if they do not want to get any products in November. We do have a question about some zip codes. So we have a couple locations, specifically Old Bridge is one of them, where some of their zip codes fall in our council and some fall in a different council, Jersey Shore. Is it just, if they have their troop number, will that be okay, or what should we do about that?
No, that's okay. We have taken into account any zip code that may overlap with another council. You know, as long as if that's okay to put it in the system. If for any reason somebody that's over kind of more in the Jersey Shore footprint puts in a zip code that is not entered into the system and our system doesn't recognize that as one for central and southern New Jersey, they can do one of two things. They can, and the easiest thing to do is just pick a zip code within your footprint. They can pick the zip code where headquarters is. They can pick a zip code where, you know, the council is, whatever it is. That's the easiest thing to do in order to get into the system. Otherwise, they can call our customer service, and our customer service will help them get into the system if they live within a zip code that for some reason is not entered. But we have taken into account, our council support team has taken into account, and I think they're reaching out to council saying, what are any zip codes that are associated with your council and your girls?
Okay, awesome. Also, we have can a troop manual be printed? So we do, every service unit fall product program got a troop envelope, and then we also did a 4-page kind of troop manual this year. It's our first time ever. You did get those sent to you. If you need to print more, we can print more for you, or you can print them, they're black and white. Just let us know if you need more. I know a lot of people were already saying we got a lot less boxes this year, but that's because we're no longer doing those big magazine bundles. So also something to consider is, although we had, you know, 18,000 registered girls, we typically have less than 9,000 participate. So in order to be, you know, more greener, Girl Scout friendly, using our resources wisely, we restricted the amount of items printed. So I looked at last year's numbers, and some of the service units I had to cut out some. So what I would recommend is, you know, I know some service units just prepare it for everyone to pick up. If you want to do that, just let us know. We'll do our best to get you some extra guides printed, so you don't have to print them. Just shoot us an email, we can print them and mail them to you, or just ask the troops. You know, if the troop really knows, hey, we're not doing it, then, you know, don't worry about giving them materials to throw away. Hold it for a troop that is going to participate. So we just didn't want to double up on materials and waste resources. But we can print any of the printed stuff that you received. We can print that, and it is on our app and on our Facebook page, no, I'm sorry, our website. Permission slips, they are not in the portals, but we are looking at something. Currently, it is a paper permission slip. We are looking at something to try to do electronically for cookies. If we can pull it together, we can totally offer an electronic permission slip for fall 2. It's definitely something my team will discuss, you know, ASAP, to see if we can do that, because we understand you guys are still meeting virtually. Worst case, you know, you can just ask that the parents sign the paper one and text it to you if they don't have a scanner. But give us a little bit of time. We'll see what we can do about getting the girl permission slips and the troop product manager permission slips, if we can get that electronic. You know, we're working on that with COVID. Let's see. So basically, just some important dates before I head back to chat. The program begins October 1st. Girls will not have access until October 1st. So even if we upload them into the system, they can still go on October 1st and register their account. Council will be checking that daily to make sure every girl that creates an account is in their correct troop. The in-person order taking and girl delivered online ends Saturday, October 24th. So that's the last day for parents to enter any orders. They'll get locked out at 11:59. So if parents, you know, forget, I know it's a short turnaround time, but we want to get you the products and wrap up the program before Thanksgiving. So troops just have to follow up, send a message out, text them, let them know, hey, if you have any late orders, if you didn't do it, you know, send me a picture of your order card, let me enter it for you. Worst case service units, you guys have 2 more days. You have until the 27th to help any troops if they get locked out. And then again, the nut deliveries are going to run between the 14th and 17th. I believe, Doug, they're also going to be able to select put in their delivery information in M2OS, the service unit volunteers this year.
Yes, so on your dashboard, there'll be a link there where you can go ahead and put in the address where you would like the items delivered to you. And that's I believe it's a link that simply says delivery sites. So you'll click on that, put in your service unit number as well as your address, and lock that in before the order is submitted.
And I believe I'll touch base with Todd, because Todd does work with Secure for us. I will make sure previously we did a separate form for you to pick like your top 2 or 3 dates. So I'll just confirm with Doug and Todd if we still need to do that, and make sure. If that's the case, we'll definitely send that out like we've done in previous years. This just helps you with scheduling, so you know when Secure is going to come and deliver the products. If troops aren't set up for ACH, will they be getting emails? Yes, we started sending out some email communications. Once we have access to the system, because they're still building it, we will be uploading all of our troops. Then we'll upload all of the ACH accounts that we already have. So Gail and Kim, as soon as that's in there, probably early, mid-September, they will be following up with any troop that does not have a troop banking account listing. And giving them a brief window to get that situation done, because we are only doing ACH. So they won't slip through the cracks this year. So if they don't do their form, then they may not have access to the system. So we will be working on that, like probably starting around September 15th, but we will be doing emails to get people to remind them, hey, if you're a new troop, if you've had changes, do that troop authorization banking form that we've had last year. Let's see. So leaders can enter in information if the parents can't or won't. They can still ask. As a leader, I would still ask, hey, send me a screenshot of your order card just to make sure everything looks good, that they've entered it in correctly. We didn't do any deposit slips for Juliet's. I have to see if we have any left, but worst case, what we will do is give you a generic printout of it that you can give, and they basically can just go to TD Bank and fill out a generic slip. That's something I have to touch base with our finance department to see if we're going to order more generic deposit slips. But last year with cookies, I just sent everybody like a photocopy of it and just said, when you go to TD, get your generic slip. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to just see anything else. Okay, I think, let's see. We just had some people typing in names. Where am I at? Yeah, definitely we'll work on making sure you get to put I'll touch base with Todd about delivery, because again, we picked a Saturday because Secure said they can do a lot on Saturday. So we know a lot of people are off, but we'll definitely work with you to make sure you know in advance when your delivery is coming. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, you want to hit on customer care, Doug?
Sure. Lastly, encourage everybody, if you have your phone available and you want to take a quick picture of this, because every possible question that you can think of, that your parents can think of, your troop leaders can think of, what we'd rather you do rather than call council with those questions, because they aren't really in the tech business. You know, our company, M2 Media, it's a tech company that facilitates fundraising, and a lot of the questions that do come up from this are maybe tech related questions that we encourage, whether it's tech related or product related or anything related, reward related, send them to our customer team, because we have a huge team in Huron, Ohio, that not only is awaiting your call with enthusiasm and excitement, and will make sure that that call is handled all the way to 100% perfection, but we also track all the questions that come in, because every year when we build new things in the technology world, we take care of the any issues that came up the previous year, build something to make sure that doesn't happen again, and keep reducing the amount of questions everybody gets year after year. So please feel free to direct any questions and all questions to our customer care team. And if they can't handle them and it's council related, they'll simply direct them right back to council at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And our customer care team knows that as well. So they'll be ready to handle getting troop leaders and getting girls in the system and making sure they're registered. But they've also been trained that if it is something system related, they are going to, you know, give the parent or the volunteer this information to call, because they have such a great customer care team. So we want to make sure they get to the people who need it right away. We're at our end. I think I've tried to answer almost every question in the chat box. I know a few people raised their hand. So, you know, if you want to stay on and unmute yourself and ask a question that wasn't answered, feel free to do that now. We'll just do it like one at a time. But if you do log off, just know we're going to send this recorded presentation. We're going to send just the screenshot, so you see all the screenshot presentations, as well as after next Monday, we'll put together the question and an FAQ together. So all the questions posed, you'll see those questions and those answers, and we'll get it out to you by the end of next week. And of course, if you have any questions that pop up after digesting any of this, feel free to email myself, Gail, or Kim, and we'll get the answer to you, and we can add that to the FAQ. So if you do log off, thank you so much for coming on tonight, for, you know, volunteering your time with everything going on, you know, being the difference, contributing, and promoting the fall program. Hopefully it's getting some of our troops, you know, back to normal, and giving them some virtual opportunities to take part in this fall. We did talk a little bit about the fall rally. Normally service units do a rally, but what we have is kind of like an activities guide that M2 has made that's pretty cool. And, you know, the service unit can decide if they want to try to do something on a service unit level, if you feel prepared to try to promote some type of fall service unit rally, or what we decided, you can just promote that to your troops. That can give your troops something to do virtually with the girls. They can share it with the parents. We will have that up on the website and the app by next week. But basically, if they do the activities, fill out a Google form, they will get a free patch, the rally patch that's on the order card. So, you know, you definitely can decide as a service unit if you want to promote it and do something this fall to kick off with your troops, or if you just want to promote it to the troops to do. So look out for that soon, and we'll also have that going out in our communications plan. But thank you to everybody who's commenting. You know, we're really looking forward to a successful fall season and just giving the girls a sense of normalcy. Thank you, Doug and Todd, for jumping on this night. But if anybody has any questions, now's your chance. Type it in, unmute. We'll give it a few minutes and then wrap it up. Yeah, the system is definitely very user-friendly. We've heard great reviews from councils, from volunteers, from parents who've used it at other councils, and lots and lots of positive feedback on the M2OS site. So I think it's going to be something very easy to catch on for our families, for you as volunteers. a lot, the reporting's very easy. I know previous systems could have been a little confusing, so.
I have a question.
Yeah.
In the previous years, we used to get this like one sample, and then we would introduce this on our first meet for all the new troops to get, because this starts at the beginning of the season, and it kind of gives them an excitement and an idea of what we are talking about for the troops that are brand new. This time I have all the packets ready and all. Most likely it will be pickups, but are we planning to do we know if we will be like doing the first meet and introducing samples, or doing anything in the like a first meet where we introduce it to like just brand new troops that come in?
Yeah, I mean, right now troops still are not allowed to meet indoors. I'll leave that up. Like volunteer support is sending out messages on the rules of troops meeting, and even service units. I know most service units are still doing virtual meetings. What we will be working with Doug to do is kind of a similar training of what you got today about the girl troop, like a troop training with him, recording it, kind of walking through the system as well. So that's something we're hoping to record and put out there that you can send to your troops as well, to assist them with the printed materials. Unfortunately, because this does start so soon in October, it doesn't look like really any troops or service units are going to be meeting virtually, meeting in person, unless it's some type of outdoor activity. But that's why we don't have the samples this year. Because of COVID, we don't want people reaching into containers or passing around rewards. So, at this point, we just have to work with the virtual, the printed guides that you have. And then again, we'll be working with Doug to do very similar what he walked you all through on the girl side for the troops, so that they can kind of see those screenshots as well. And then you can always share the slides.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, this year we will do, and my question was more because of new troops, because I think the ones that are already involved and have done it 1 year know the drill, kind of, but the new ones, so we are going to do, we'll give them the package, like arrange for giving them the package, and then there will be some slide deck that you will give that we can share with them, so that a video that they can look at to get introduced, because it will be all virtual, right?
Yeah, and if you can
Okay.
if you can set up a virtual Zoom meeting with them, check with your service unit manager. I know volunteer support has been helping service units run virtual meetings, whether it's a Zoom through this platform, then you can kind of share the video, share the slides with them, and just give kind of your own little presentation to them as well to introduce them, to kind of go along with it. Yeah.
Okay. And we could use part of the slides that you are sending.
Yep.
Right?
So I'm going to send you the recorded presentation that we recorded tonight, and then the slides that are just the screenshots. So yep, you can pick and pull from those. A lot of our service units do that to show them the important pieces. Yep, you can absolutely do that. And then they'll also get the troop training video once they log on. So they'll get a little mandatory video they have to watch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So will troop co-leaders who aren't the product program volunteers be able to make avatars and earn the adult patches? So basically, once the troop qualifies for that 750 avatar, we'll allow them to create 2. So Doug, do you know how that works for the troops, that they're going to get the 2 patches, volunteer patches, sent to them?
So will troop co-leaders who aren't specifically proud. So the troop leaders that are the 2 that are uploaded into the system by council are the 2 who will be able to receive that email and create their avatar and then earn the patch should the troop qualify for and reach the criteria.
So what?
Okay, I guess my question with that one. Sorry, I typed before, but now I'll just talk because my kid isn't screaming. But like for example, I'm for my own troop. I am the product volunteer and troop leader. My co-leader, at least as of last year, only one of us got uploaded into the system for this. So this year by default it will be 2 people. I'm
So-
thinking like when the girls see their little
Yeah.
little group photo, it'd be cute to have her in there too, you know?
So we are gonna upload just the people, and we'll start communicating this, and we'll be working with service unit managers to continue to spread this. So just like with cookies, how we ask that in the troop leader picks their troop cookie manager in your MyGS, we want troops to pick who their fall product program manager is in the campaign. So we'll share like screenshots on that. It's basically the same process as cookies. You just have to renew your position if you weren't it last year, or add it. So we'll definitely send some screenshots on how to do that. So we're just going to upload that volunteer. So then you can have your second volunteer create an account or be added to the thing.
And also,
Okay, thank you.
and also, if you are a dual volunteer, you're a service unit volunteer and troop leader, then you'll automatically receive your patch from us as M2 complimentary, and not again as a troop volunteer. So each volunteer will only get one regardless of how many roles they have.
So Danessa, for you, if you're the service unit person, like, and you're listed as a service unit person, then for your troop, if you have 2 other volunteers, like, you can toggle because you're the service unit person, so you'll have your troop access anyway, but you can add 2 other people so that for that troop, if your troop qualifies, the other 2 people will get it because you're going to get your service unit 1. Does that make sense?
Oh, right. Well, that'll be cute then. It'll be nice for us to all have our little matching patches.
Yeah, so we will definitely, like, by this month's service unit essentials, in the emails that go out, it'll start telling troops to add their fall product program manager in MyGS, because those are the people who are going to be added. Again, worst case, if they don't get added, Doug, you can add, a volunteer can go register themselves. So once we see that they've registered, you know, that first screen, a girl can register and a volunteer can register, we'll be assessing those volunteers as well. So it's kind of a new process to get the service unit fall managers listed in MyGS. So that's what we'll be promoting starting this month. And then those 1 per troop will be uploaded from us, and then a second person can be added. Any other questions? Oh, thank you. Almost there, 36 weeks today. So I'm honestly really sad that I'm missing this. You know, when I've been involved with Girl Scouts for so long and in product program for so long, that this is like super exciting that we have a brand new platform and program. And I guess you can call me like a product program nerd. So I'm really jealous that Gail and Kim and Angela get to do this fall, and I'm missing out, but I will be back definitely by cookies. You know, I keep thinking, I'm like, maybe I'll just take 4 weeks off and come back, but we're going to assess the situation. But I'm really bummed that I'm missing out on this, and I can't wait to hear all of the details from Gail and Kim when I'm back. So thank you so much, and I will miss everybody, but I will be back for cookies, I promise. We did have a question. Can you have 2 service unit fall people listed in the system? Or is it just 1?
From our perspective, it's up to you. So if you upload 2, then there'll be 2 in there.
Okay. I know we have some service units that do with cookies and fall work together. So, or they have a service unit fall person and a backup, an SUM. So, you know, we wanted to do that. So, okay. So we can definitely, if you are a service unit that wants to have a second person updated as a backup, or, you know, you're helping get through this together because it's a new program, just let Gail know. She's creating the master roster. So we want to make sure we have everybody's contact information, email, completing the service unit volunteer agreement, and getting updated into the system. I will definitely send pictures. I will definitely send pictures when he's here. We're expecting him September 3rd-ish, but we have no idea. So we'll see. He's on his own schedule. But so again, if you have any questions, you have Gail's email. She's been the one reaching out to you. send it to Gail, send it to me. I would say definitely Gail, in case for whatever reason I have to leave earlier than expected. But Gail will make sure that they're included in the FAQ that goes out. And we're gonna let everybody go today. Anybody else have anything to chime in? Poor Todd's in his car in the dark. But thank you, Doug and Todd, for jumping on. We're going to do one of these again Monday. You don't need to do it again if you were here tonight. By mid-ish next week, Gail will get you out, you know, all of the recorded presentations and everything else. So look forward to that. We'll see which one is the best one to send out. And we'll have more information coming soon, but we're super excited. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.
And thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right, let's stop sharing. Let's